Satnam, and welcome to Grandfather's Wisdom for January 3rd. Happy New Year! I tuned in and I asked Grandfather what we should talk about today, and he guided me to the runes. I have this wonderful book of runes and rune set from Ralph Bloom. I see it's backwards there, but trust me that that's what that is, the Book of Runes by Ralph Bloom. And we pulled the Harvest rune. Now, the Harvest rune talks about beneficial outcomes. And so I asked, what do you want us to know about these beneficial outcomes and how do we get there? And it says, this book says the definition is it applies to any activity or endeavor to which you are committed. And I knew that that's what Grandfather wanted to talk today was about commitment. And so that's how we have beneficial outcomes. Many of us have set intentions or resolutions for the new year. And we are not going to be able to achieve the results that we intended or resolved to. I also read something yesterday that whenever you make a resolution, it implies that there's something wrong with you. And so don't make resolutions for the new year, set intentions. And today, as I'm talking to Grandfather and tuning in, and I'm getting that it's not even about setting intentions, that we need to take it another level, which is to commit to a path or commit to a value. So commitment is a state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. And so I'm going to just be silent here for a moment and ask Grandfather to speak to us on commitment. Welcome, beautiful lights, beautiful souls. So the first thing that you do to act as a committed person is open up. You need to open up. So there's a commitment and receiving go hand in hand. This is new information for me, so I'm really excited. So as you open up the body, commitment is in the solar plexus. It's in the third chakra. We can't commit to a path of abundance, for example, from a contracted place. Okay? So we need to open up to receive that abundance, to commit to that abundance. Commitment is also in the mind. So you tell your mind, you make a commitment in your mind. So you anchor it in, you plant a seed. I'm going to open up to receive more abundance this year. I know that's kind of vague and very ambiguous, but let's just roll with it. So the first act of commitment is openness. You notice I'm taking deep breaths here? Because that's the second thing he says. And he says this a lot. This is one of the things that I need to learn on a personal level is to breathe more. I cannot be open if I'm hunched over, contracted, and holding my breath. So to continue with your commitment, to follow that path of commitment, that value of commitment, you need to breathe. And if you're not open, you can't breathe. He says the third action that you need to take toward committing to your desired outcome is your little action steps. He says you can't know what those action steps are unless you're silent. So you need to get quiet for a little while. Tune into your guidance. And then do the next right thing. Now, sometimes that next right thing might be as simple as feeding yourself. Like, for instance, I knew that before I made this video today, I needed to eat something, or I wouldn't be able to tune in to the act of transmitting this to you today. So that action step might not be even what you feel or think is related to the outcome of your desired, might not lead to the desired outcome, what you might not think. So as you continue to do those little action steps throughout the day, there needs to be a rest period. So you need to get silent again. And then you need to ask, what's the next right thing? Sometimes it's another action step, but oftentimes it's that rest period. I used to sell advertising for a couple of local newspapers here in the Twin Cities, and I would just make phone call after phone call after phone call, and nothing would happen. I'd put a lot of effort in, and then once I wore myself out, I'd go lay down and I'd take a nap. And invariably, every single time that I woke up from my nap, I'd get a return call from a client and make a sale. And so it's about letting go. It's about resting. And I know for me, I have to lay down sometimes just to stop, because I'm constantly busy, doing. So it's important that you have that rest period so that you can then receive. So to wind up, it's important to commit to an action. Sometimes that action is inaction. I know it kind of sounds like a paradox, because that's what the universe is, right? So you need to commit to an action. You need to really kind of clarify what that commitment is going to be. I'm open to receive more abundance in 2020. Then you need to breathe. Stop and breathe. And then you need to tune in while you're stopped, while you're having that breath, and what is my next right thing that I need to do today. Sometimes, again, it's going to seem very mundane, but the mundane can get us to the magical. Okay, so that's important. So we breathe, we tune in, what's the next right thing? We do that action, then we stop, we breathe again, what's the next right thing? Is it another action, or is it rest and receive? Okay, so think about this as a way to manifest your commitments for 2020. Wow. I think I'm good. I think I'm done. Blessed be.